Hello everyone, it's February 10th here in the Valley of the Heat Stroke, and you know what that means. That's right, it's the first full week of pitchers and catchers for Spring Training 2014. Now right off the bat, I have to explain why this video footage displays 2012 in the background, and the answer for that is quite simple. Last year, I decided I would no longer purchase consoles for my gaming experience, due in large part to having such a powerful PC for work tasks. I just couldn't justify gaming on consoles anymore because my experience on the PC was just so much greater in regard to visual appeal and frame rates, etc., as well as a lack of console-exclusive titles, by and large. Now, having said that, I'll point out that the game I'm using to provide simulation is one of those exclusive titles. However, last year when I checked out the 2013 version, I decided it just wasn't enough of a difference from the previous year's version, so I didn't purchase that one. But now here we are with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One being released, and it's time to make that decision again. Frankly, I still don't think either console is going to perform as well as the PC system I'm running. But again, I find myself with the dilemma of whether or not to invest in one because of title exclusiveness. A decision made easier by the fact that the 2K series has been discontinued. There is another title coming from the makers of The Show, MLB The Show, but that's not scheduled for release until April 1st, and mental note, that's April Fool's Day, so that might not be an accurate report either. In any event, in order to prepare for this season, starting now as the players report, I decided to use the simulator I had on hand to present these video reports, and I'll cross the console decision bridge in April should I find it necessary. So now, without further ado, let's talk Arizona Diamondbacks baseball. Coming into spring 2014, Miguel Montero looks to be the opening day starter again for the Diamondbacks, returning to the role after a somewhat down season last year, which found his average dip from the high 280s and 290s over each of the previous 4 seasons to a somewhat disappointing 230. As Miggy spent a few days on the disabled list last year, I suspect he was playing through pain that was probably detrimental to his performance, but I look for him to bounce back nicely in 2014 and return to a superior form, hopefully getting his RBI totals up from a mere 42 to be more in line with his 80-plus totals in each of the previous 2 seasons. Miggy can hit for power, so racking up a home run count in the mid to high teens is something someone could reasonably expect to see from him again this year, and maybe get that slugging percentage back up into the high 400s compared to his down year in the low 300s in 2013. During Miggy's time on the DL, catcher Tuffy Goosewich came up from Reno AAA to fill in for 14 games, going 8 for 45 in that span, including 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Tuffy is listed as the number 2 catcher on the team's MLB website, so I'll be getting a closer look at him this spring down at Talking Stick, but I haven't seen any of his play in person, merely through televised games. Defensively, Miggy can make some great plays from home when the ball chops in front or on the bunt attempts, clearing his mask and helmet quickly to find the ball. He balances himself in the squat evenly, allowing him to make quick reactions at point of contact if need be. But sometimes this commitment to the moment after contact seems detrimental to stopping unexpected pitches, especially those which come in on his right, the pitcher's left. I didn't see Miguel get in front of pitches to his right, his non-glove side, as well as I would think he would after this much time in the majors. He tends to ole some things at times, rather than jumping to his knees in front of it to keep the loose balls down and in front of him, and this can lead to some extra, quote, wild pitches and stolen bases over the course of a game, when the ball gets away back, or even straight up in the air. Again, he gets his mask off quickly and is on the ball just as quickly, but the distance it travels on the unofficial pass ball is too much to prevent the advancement of opposing runners. Now, having said that, his pickoff move from the crouch is very strong, and most runners won't even attempt to take a base during the normal flow of the game, as he tends to get them, rarely making throwing errors to any of the bases, and usually strikes into the sliding legs and arms of those attempting to advance on him. Regarding Tuffy, again, I haven't seen any of his work, or rather, not enough of his work to speak intelligently about his abilities, though some might say I haven't spoken intelligently about anyone else's on the team, I suppose. But again, those spring training preseason reports are from my perspective, and I have limited access to the ball club and game tapes. So, in any event, this is going to wrap up my pitchers and catchers this week. Who to keep an eye on for this spring report? I'm sure there will be a few heads turning this spring when someone I wasn't aware of, as I get down to talking stick for spring games, starts making some noise. But for now, my friends, I hope these reports will help you prepare to get in the mood for the Diamondbacks' 2014 campaign, as I think they make a run at the division title. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for more, coming real soon.